There you go.
Previous year?
Yeah.
2024?
Yeah.
2024 taught me that, like he said earlier, life is going to keep lifing. And that everybody's not your friend. And 2024 also taught me that, like I said, to jump out there. To just, jump out there, do what I need to do in business. And if I fail, actually, I know that I just do it again. You know what I mean? Do it again. Don't never give up. 2024 taught me not to give up. That's what, if I put it in a nutshell, 2024 taught me not to give up.
That's tough.
You can have a million losses, but that one win could
That 100%. That's 100%.
a big win.
Yeah.
Have you had many losses?
I took a lot of L's over my life, man. I just tell you that. 100% I took a lot of L's. You know what I mean? Not, all of my doing from people around me being trusting, being, you know what I mean, caring, being supportive. You know what I mean? That's my character, though. You know what I mean? I like to support the people around me. I like to make sure everybody good around me. You know what I mean? Financially, mentally. You know what I mean? I do it to a fault sometimes. I have to learn from that.
That's tough. I got something about that too. So for me, I say the previous year taught me, it forced me to reflect on myself. So I say the previous year gave me a better perspective on who I am. It gave me a better perspective on learning that just because they got a title from you, don't mean they're going to treat you right. 2024 taught me how to beat the money game. I ain't gonna lie. It taught me how to beat the money game because this is January 1st for recording this, and I'm finna go crazy this whole month in the trading. 2024 really taught me how to get in my trading bag and how to make some money. So I'm really, really, really glad about that. So I that whole year grinding, never missed one every single trading day there was. No, I traded it. Know that. So I learned a lot from doing that experience, and this year it's gonna go crazy. It's gonna pay dividends. Fourth, I learned you can't tell somebody else what they should prioritize. You can't tell somebody else they not busy.
Right.
And I had to learn that because I do a lot of work with other people, and I always try to be that fire behind them. But if they fireplace ain't sparking off my wood, in the sense of like my fire that I'm bringing over trying to help them catch flame, I can only do it for so long before mine start dimming.
Right.
And I start being on a BS because of what they on.
Right.
So I had to learn to try. Not really try. Have a limit of tries before I know this is going to damage me.
Right.
And
so
then
you saying you can't, just to simplify, are you saying it taught you that you can't tell another person what's important to them, basically.
Basically.
Right. Right. So, because you try, you can push them, and you can give them all you can give them, but they still gonna do whatever they want to with it, right?
Yeah. And recognize, acknowledge, determine. I live by those. Recognize, acknowledge, determine. If something going, for instance, poker, I'm losing. Recognize. That's the first thing. I had to recognize I was losing, or I was gonna keep losing. So recognizing where I'm losing. Okay, now acknowledge it. I'm losing, right? Like, no, don't be crazy about it. Acknowledge it. I'm losing. And then determine what you're going to do with that information. The best thing to do right there is find out why I'm losing. So then we got to restart the process. Recognize, why are you losing? Acknowledge, that's why I'm losing. Determine what you're going to do with that information. I live by that. It goes relationships. Recognize that person ain't good to you. You may have thought this person was a long-term friend of 10 years. This year right here shows you why he wasn't. You got to recognize that first before you do anything about it. Because if you ain't recognize it, you're going to keep going another 10 years. That person going to still be the same, not good to you. That's always the first step. Recognize, and then after you recognize that 10-year relationship wasn't, like, he ain't moving in your best interest no more, you got to acknowledge it. Accept it. That's basically what acknowledge is. Accept it. Like, dang, he not. All right, let's do what I'm going to do about that. And that's where it comes to determine what are you going to do with that information. I treat them three things right there, it transfers over into everything, in my opinion. Yep, and that's what I learned from the 2024 really, and push it on to the new year. I want to hear what y'all